the Christian states of America were killed on 9/11. America was founded as a Christian country, but today it's been taken over by Luciferians, by people that worship the devil and groom little children. It happened. And obviously, we've become the main target for the new United States of America, the USSA, controlled by the New World Order, controlled by Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, and the like. And we're just waiting to get exterminated by the full extent of the United States military, deep state, all of its technology, DARPA and the works. We're going to get it. They are going to wipe out all conservatives, guaranteed one way or another, and solidify the theft of America through uncontrolled immigration and rigged elections. It's just totally over for conservatives right now. Don't even dream that Trump will save you. It's not going to happen. Trump will never save you because both political parties are working for the New World Order. They will never save you. They will roll out the 6G. They will roll out the next vaccine, the next pandemic. And it won't stop until they've exterminated everything that's American. And that's why we need a Christian states of America. We need a Christian homeland. We have to divorce ourselves from this current system because there's no way that Christians are going to survive if they're being governed by a Luciferian world order. It's just not going to happen. And all of these people on television, all of these people at your city council, at your school board, for the most part, they're all shills for the dark side. They're all shills for the enemy plotting your demise. And they have a master plan. They have a date for extermination. And we're just sitting here waiting for it. We're just sitting here waiting to get taken out by the dark side. And so it's suicide. We're all on a suicide mission, just waiting for Trump to suicide us some more. And it just can't happen that way. People have got to wake up. People have to see what's going on and realize that the only solution here is divorce. 50-50. Let's separate ourselves from the libtards. Let's take half the states. They can take half the states. And we just permanently separate ourselves. If you're not a Christian, you don't want to follow the 10 Commandments and go to church and be a decent person, then you go to the libtard states of America. But if you want to be a good Christian living in a natural, world in a sense where there's no GMOs, where there's no death towers everywhere, there's no groomers in the schools, there's no chemtrails, there's no 9/11s, there's no FBI, there's no deep state. It's just pretty much local government. And maybe we can have, a president like they did back in the 17 or 1800s that was just basically there as a ceremonial position dealing with trade issues. We need to go back to the way America was founded rather than the way we find America today, which is a total catastrophe. These big cities that are basically holding us hostage have turned into like giant parasites, sucking the blood and the money from the people out in the rest of the country. These major cities have become a giant plague in our society. And with their liberal thinking, they've basically come up with ways to control us with pandemics and constant fear-mongering, trauma television, trauma-based psyops. And basically they want to control you by traumatizing you. And it's always one state of emergency to another war. There's always this big thing, and they're the ones that are going to save you, but they're the ones engineering these things so that they can control you more and take everything from you, and eventually you're going to own nothing and eat bugs and spend your time in the Matrix all day. That's your future if you do nothing. And so the general consensus out there is that we need a divorce. We need our own America that's governed by Christians, because these klepto-tards, these libtards, will continue to steal and rig elections and just fuck everything up for the rest of us forever, perpetually. That's who they are. That's their destiny. Just, look at these big cities. And their master plan is to assimilate everyone basically into the Matrix and just have the AI run everything for us. Have the robots run the show while we're plugged into the pods. That's our future if we do nothing. That's the future for future Americans if we do nothing. And so if you want to be free, if you want future generations to be free like we were free back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, then we have to divorce ourselves from this nightmare and just start over, in a sense. And it's going to be complicated. Where are we going to divide the continent? Basically, is it going to be east or west? Are they going to get California, New York? Are they going to get the West Coast and the East Coast, and we're just basically the heartland? How's it going to work? How are we going to divide this country? How are we going to separate ourselves from this tyranny? We better find a way. We have to find a way. And none of these people on television can be part of it, for the most part, because they're just going to try and snatch it away. Like every other movement, they're going to try and infiltrate and be the controlled opposition and tell you what you want to hear. That way they can just steer us right back into where we are today. It has to be really run by bona fide grassroots Christians and pastors and people of faith. They're the ones that really have to make the decisions as far as how are we going to do this the right way. Any career politician is just going to bring us back to Pfizer Incorporated and the New World Order and Klaus Schwab, and they're going to want to be part of the Economic Forum and the UN and all of that bullshit. No to the New World Order. That's why they're coming after the Russians. Anybody that says no to the New World Order, it's like all of a sudden, they're the enemy. So we're living in an upside down world because we're letting it happen. Essentially, we have to take control of our own destiny, and it's our right to secede. It's our right to divorce. It's our right to separate. This current situation is so far removed from what America is about that, technically speaking, we're not in America anymore. These people are burning the flag, right? They're just totally rewriting everything, tearing down the statues. They're replacing us with libtards from other countries. And so basically, we're not in America anymore anyways. It's totally gone. We need to, basically save it. We're all called to save America, the America that was founded back in the 1700s. And so we all have a lot of work to do. We should all be community leaders organizing for a Christian homeland. And we should start that process. And so that division, like cellular division, happens in stages. And so we're going to need leaders in every community basically making this happen. And if you're listening to this, that means that you are the resistance.